Haripriya from the product marketing team of Zoho Tables. Let's get started now. So this will be the agenda for today. I'll introduce the product and then we'll be addressing some of the frequently asked questions when we say Zoho Tables is a work management software. And then that will be followed by a demo and a quick Q&A. So we launched Zoho Tables along with the pricing couple of months back. And we have spoken to a lot of users, including partners and customers. And we now clearly know the list of questions that will be asked when we introduce Zoho Tables as a work management platform. So we think there is no better way than answering this question in the same order that it usually occurs. So the first question that we get is, what is a work management software? When we say Zoho Tables is an easy to use work management software, the first question we get is this one. In order to address what is a work management software, we need to talk about what is efficient management in the first place. So if we think about efficient work management, we could think of completing work done and achieving a goal as a team. So these are the things that will come up to our mind, right? But when we get into the nitty-gritty details of the actual workflow of your business and how your team operates and how does it actually collaborate, then efficient work management will entail the following. So firstly, every other process that is involved in your business should be streamlined. And certain things that is repetitive and mundane can be automated. So streamlined and automated process is the first point when it comes to efficient work management. Secondly, when you have your team set up and the culture set, you have to bring in the right set of tools to boost collaboration in your team. So that is the second thing. Thirdly, when you have your team and the collaboration is in place, you have to structure and organize your work data in a way that it makes sense to you. So these are the three things that we consider an efficient work management will entail. So the next question we are getting is, what is our approach to work management? So Zoho is in the software ecosystem for more than 2.5 decades. And based on our conversations with the customers and users, we know that data management is at the core of the work management. So Zoho Tables approach is that data management will be the core of our work management approach. So when I say data management, what kinds of data are involved in your work management? So let us take an example of a creative designer for this case. So the creative designer is going to get requirements from cross-functional teams. So he is going to handle a lot of data. So this data involves three types of data basically. So the one is the actual work data, second is the process data, and third is the metadata. So let us see what are these. Firstly, when I say work data, that is going to be actually, for example, let's say the first draft, the final draft, all of this can be called as a work data. Then comes the process data, which is nothing but who is going to handle what task and all of that. Thirdly, metadata. This is nothing but data about the data. When is the request created, or when it is lastly updated? All these data can be referred as metadata. So when I say data management, this covers all these type of data. So when you effectively manage data, you are going to have an unfair advantage over businesses that do not have an efficient data management in place. And next, the third question we get is who is the ideal user for Zoho Tables? I think you will also have this question if Zoho Tables will be an ideal fit for you or not. So we follow this framework wherein we will divide the users into 3 categories. And if you fall into one of these categories, I think Zoho Tables you can consider switching to Zoho Tables. So the first level of user is those who do not have a central application in place. So their work data will be scattered across multiple platforms. So there will not be a consolidated place where they can see the entire data. And the second set of users are those who use spreadsheet. So spreadsheets are of course amazing when it comes to bulk data handling and all of that. But if you are considering it to manage your day-to-day work, then definitely you can consider switching to Zoho Tables because spreadsheets are not built with work management in the mind. Thirdly, if you are using a super sophisticated software, but you're not utilizing the entire capabilities and only leveraging a part of its capabilities, but ending up paying the entire subscription amount, then you can consider using Zoho Tables. So these are the three levels or categories that we consider. Um, these three categories of users we consider as the ideal users for Zoho Tables. And the last question we get is, how is Zoho Tables different? So we define Zoho Tables as an easy to use work management software that connects people, process, and information. So people is your team, process is the workflow, information is the work data that you handle. So if you consider any application for that matter, for example, a CRM for a salesperson or a CLM for a contract manager, this is going to pretty much have the same. It is going to involve people, it is going to involve data, it is going to involve workflows. So how is Zoho Tables different? So all of these apps does the same, but the difference is we saw an example of the creative director, right? So when you replace that persona with someone else, for example, a sales manager or a procurement manager, their uh, their use cases are going to be entirely different. Um, and if you both of them are never going to use the same application because of the different use cases. So every user uh, who is using an application is going to have the use case of their own. But still, we find there are gaps in between where Zoho Tables can be an ideal fit. Even in Zoho, from our customer conversations and the interactions that we had, we feel that there are gaps between these sophisticated applications wherein Zoho Tables can step in and help. So if you see, this is how data is managed in a spreadsheet, where you will be having only a single dimensional view without the ability to collaborate easily or automate uh, automate mundane tasks easily. You can even do automations in spreadsheet, but you need to know a little bit of coding and all of that. And when we switch to tables with the same set of information, this is how it is going to look. So you can see how refreshing the view is. And it comes with a wide range of field types to accommodate almost all kinds of data and a variety of different features to actually improve the functionality. So let's see how data will be flowing inside Zoho tables. So when you have your work data, it can be structurally organized with the 20 plus field types that Zoho Tables offers. We also support three AI field types, which we will see in the demo. And once you feed in the data, this can be organized in different set of tables. And once you organize the data in tables, you can establish relationship across data, establish meaningful relationship across data. And once that is done, for example, if you need to update a data, for example, if you have a status field and if the status is changed from in progress to completed, this has to be notified to someone so that they can come and take relevant action. For example, they can either approve the work item or they can ask to rework or whatever. So when you have certain workflow in place, you can automate certain actions in tables. So that is where Zoho Tables automations comes in handy. And when you feed in your data and organize it, then comes the viewing part. You can view the data in different perspectives or in the way that it matters to you. Zoho Tables comes with a five different view types, which we will be seeing in the demo. So once everything is set in place, then you can contextually collaborate with your team in real time using the features like collaborator field type and record comments. So if we have to summarize whatever we saw till now, this will be the ideal definition for Zoho Tables. So Zoho Tables is an easy to use work management tool that helps you to plan and track work efficiently, organize and visualize data in a way it matters to you, contextually collaborate with your team and stakeholders, and streamline your workflows. So Zoho Tables can be leveraged by real estate firms to keep all your real estate business data in one place so that everyone in your team can stay in the same page and work towards a common goal. And you can also effortlessly enable collaboration within your team as well as your stakeholders. This will eliminate data silos. You can also automate certain mundane and repetitive tasks so that you can allow your team to focus on more strategic work. Moving on, I have listed some of the use cases for which the Zoho tables can be used. I'm pretty sure that you can come up with more strong use cases when you explore Zoho tables, and we would love to see those use cases as well. So when you sign up for Zoho tables, you will be getting a portal. So portal is going to be the personalized gateway for you and your team. And inside each portal, you can maintain a list of workspaces. So workspaces are nothing but you can maintain function specific or department specific workspaces. Uh, Inside each workspace, there is going to be multiple bases. So these little tiles that is shown in the picture is called a base. Is referred as a base, and base is going to be a collection of tables that is logically organized. So table is basically it comprises of rows and columns. So the rows in Zoho tables are referred as records. So each record is going to hold information about a particular item, and the column is referred as a field in Zoho tables. So as I told you, we have 20 plus field types, which we'll be seeing shortly. And Zoho Tables also comes with a lightweight mobile application that is available both in iOS and Android. Like I said, you can build quick solutions with Zoho Tables, and our mobile application is super powerful, and we are working on promoting the mobile application even more. Yes, let's get into the demo. So, like I said, once you sign up for Zoho Tables, you will be getting a portal. And if you see, this is Silker Corporation's portal, and Olivia is the super admin for this portal. So whoever signs up for Zoho Table, they will be the owner or super admin for that account, and they can invite their team members or collaborators to work along. And if you see the hamburger icon that is present in the top left, this is going to list the workspaces that are part of this portal. So as I told, you can maintain the workspaces based on departments or functions or however you wish. For example, you can have one workspace for sales, one for marketing, one for operations likewise. And inside of every workspace, you can maintain number of bases. The number of bases, workspaces, and tables, this will vary based on the pricing plan. We will be sharing the pricing page URL in the chat. You can refer to that. And besides the workspace name, these are the collaborators of this workspace. So when I click on this plus icon, I'll be able to add more collaborators to this workspace. So we have workspace level collaborators as well as base level collaborators. So these workspace level collaborators are going to have complete access for this workspace. So they will be able to access every other base that is present inside. So if you want to restrict them to a particular base, then what you can do is you can go inside a base and only share this base. So they will be able to access only this base. And recently, we have also introduced this share current view option, with which you can only share a restricted view with the users. So they will not be able to see any other views present in the same table or any other table in the base. So let us quickly start by creating a new base. So for creating a new base, we provide three options. You can either choose to select a predefined template that is already available. So we have 40 plus predefined templates across different functions like sales, marketing, project management, finance. We do have a template called house hunting, which is kind of relevant to real estate, but still it is more towards a personal use side. So you can either select a predefined template here and get started with it, or you can create an empty base, or you can also import your local data and create a base. These are the supported file formats for importing, and this is the size limitation for the import as well. So we also have options to import your CRM modules. Um, all you have to do is you have to connect your CRM account, and you can choose to import data from your CRM and work on it in Zoho Tables. And recently we have introduced the spreadsheet.com integration, as spreadsheet.com is closing from May 31st. So we have introduced this integration for spreadsheet.com users to migrate using this option. So let us quickly start by creating an empty base. So all you have to do is click on this plus base button that is present in the top right and click on this empty base. Whenever we create a new base, all we have to do, we would like to start with giving it a name. So we can just name it as real estate. And if you see, we have one table with the default set of fields. You can choose to add fields of your choice by clicking on this plus button. And as I told you, we have 20 plus field types that are available, like attachment, checkbox, formula. And the important field type that I would like to highlight is the link field type, with which you can create relationship between data across tables. And when you establish a link between a couple of tables, then you can use the lookup and rollup field types that are available to look up and summarize information from the linked tables. So let us quickly rename this table as well. I'm going to create a property listing table. You can also choose to rename this view. I'm going to rename this as overall. I'm going to add a couple of fields here. The first column is going to hold the property information. And this is an attachment field. So I'm going to include the property image here. And this is the collaborator field type. I'm going to add a field called POC here. So whomever from your team is responsible to take care of this property, they can be tagged here. So if you see, this base is shared with couple of collaborators, Olivia and Lawrence. So you will be able to add them to any particular record. And while creating a collaborator field type, you will be having the options to allow adding multiple collaborators and notify the users when they are added. For example, if I enable this notification and add Lawrence here, Lawrence will receive an email saying he is added to this record, and he'll also receive a link to this record to his email. So directly he can click on the link and land here. So we also have 5 different view types, like I told you already. So we are in the default grid view, which is similar to the spreadsheets view. We also have a gallery, Kanban, calendar, and form view. Let's move to a pre-filled base that I created for this demo specifically and explore the different set of features that are available. So this is the template that I've created. So this template has 6 different tables. So the first table is going to hold the property information, and the second is the agent information. Third is going to be the property visits and contact, and next one is going to have a record of, it is going to keep track of all the interactions that you're having with your client and leads. So if you see this property table, I have included almost like a variety of field types. Like this neighborhood is a single select field type with which you will be able to uh, select an option from the list. Similarly, we have the attachment field, have a currency field. You can also customize these fields with the help of the field level properties that are associated with each of these fields. And if you see, we also have a link established between this property table and the contact table. Let me create another link field for you to see how this works. So all you have to do is click this plus icon, create a link field, and choose a table to which you want to link this table to. So we are in the properties table. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this with the agents table. I'm going to, you can also choose the field information, field that you want to display here. So I'm going to choose the name. You can also choose to restrict the selection to a particular view. For example, if you have created a view with specific filters and conditions, you can choose that view so that only information from that view is available for you to select in the link field. So I'm going to hit create, rename it as agent associated. So if you see now, when I click this plus button inside this field, I'll be able to see a pick list with the list of agents that are present in the next table. So I'm going to just select the agent who is associated with this property. Let me refresh the page quickly. By creating this link, we need not um, check the agent responsible for this particular property each time individually. So what we can do is we can keep this information updated in this table by just creating a link. So how do we know if the link is established between these two tables, the properties and the agents table? So if we get back to the agents table, you can see a link field is automatically created here. So this is linked to properties. So whatever property that I am linking with this agent, it is going to display here automatically. So let me try and mark a couple other records with the same agent. So if we get back to the agents table, so all of these properties will be listed here. So this way you need not do repetitive task or copy and paste information again and again like how we do in a spreadsheet. So whenever you have a link established properly, information is going to be updated in relevant places properly without your intervention. So this is how linked field works. So if you see, this table has a lot of fields. So you can also choose to hide some of the field types by using this manage fields option that is present in the top right. And you can hide the fields that are not that you feel that are not very important. For example, the property type, bedroom. So this way you can just display the key information in the table. And if you let us explore the different views available in Zoho Tables. So if you see, we have attachments with every other property. So we can also create a gallery view so that the attachment or the image takes the center stage. If you see here, we have a couple of records without the image. So what we can do is we can just apply a filter condition saying where image is not empty. So these couple of records are filtered. Uh, you can always customize the gallery view or the Kanban view using this card builder that is available here. This works with a simple drag and drop. You can just drag the field information that you want to display in the cards and it will be displayed. So this is for the gallery view. We also have the Kanban view. So the records are stacked based on the stages. So whichever properties are sold, whichever properties are available and under contract. So in Kanban view, all you have to do is just drag the stack, and this information will be updated in the grid view as well. So when you see here, all the sort, filter, and other configuration settings will be applicable to only the particular view where you are applying it. But when it comes to the data, and if you are updating the value of the data, that is going to reflect in all other relevant places. Now let us go to the agent table. So agent table is pretty much simple. So we have the list of agents and their profile information and the properties that they are associated with. So property visits table is going to keep track of the property visit requests that you are getting from the leads or clients. So for this, I've created a form view basically. So this this is the form builder with which you can customize and design the form. So for this, we have created this grid. So this name field is also a linked field which is linked to the contact table. So the name information is going to come from the contact table. And we have an email field, phone number, and the property information again is a link field from the properties table. And date for visit and approve visit is a checkbox. This is for your team internally to approve the visit. So when I go back to the form, so when you create a form view for any table, the fields that are present in the grid is going to be converted to a form automatically, and you can choose to keep the fields or hide it using the by configuring the form. You can also mark the mandatory fields here. So let us see how the form works. So this form can be shared with anyone. So you have the option to restrict that also, anyone with a link or anyone in this portal. So I'm going to just go with anyone with a link so that anyone can access this form and fill in information. So when I open this form, I'm able to fill this, and since we have created the name as a link field, so this is going to show us a drop down. I'm going to pick a name, give a proper email. I'm going to hit submit. So you can also customize this response message in the form builder itself. So when we get back to the grid view, you can see the record that I entered through the form is captured in the grid view. So in this table, I have also configured an automation. So whenever your team checks this entry and approves the visit, the the lead or client is going to receive receive an email saying your visit is approved. So let us see how to achieve this. So Zoho Tables automation works with basic trigger and action logics. So there are couple of triggers and 3 actions available currently. So you can trigger an automation whenever a record is created or when a record is updated. So whenever a record is updated, so you got to choose the table and apply a condition. So here our condition is going to be this check based on the checkbox. So whenever this approve visit checkbox is checked, we are going to trigger this automation. So in the action, there are currently 3 actions available. Whenever an automation is triggered, you can either choose to send an email or create another record or update an existing record. So we are going to send an email to the client or the lead. So I'm going to choose this. So here you can, with this plus icon that is present here, you can choose to fetch in information from the field. So we have the email field, so I can include this. So this will dynamically fetch the email from the record. So whichever record triggers the automation, the email will be fetched from the record. So I can quickly give in a subject and a message. Even in the subject and message, you can choose to include information from the field. So once you're done with setting up the automation, all you have to do is activate this by clicking on this activate button. So I have already set up an automation. So if you see here, the same automation, whatever we just saw, whenever in the property visit table, the approve visit checkbox is checked, we are going to send an email to the client or the lead. So this is set. So now let's see how this works. So we have one entry from Olivia. So she is looking to visit this property on May 24th. So I'm going to check this checkbox. Now if I open Olivia's email, let us see if we have given everything correctly. Property visits, approve visit is checked. Okay. Yes, we have received an email. So this email says, "Hi Olivia, thank you for your inquiry and your visit is confirmed." So this way you can set up follow-up emails, property visit emails, and you can even set up internal email automations like whenever a task is complete, someone has to be informed, or whenever a task is assigned, someone has to be informed. All of this can be set up using Zoho Tables automation. And we can quickly go through the rest of the tables we have. So this is the contact table. This is linked with the property visits table and also the properties table. And also we have an interaction table to keep track of all the interactions that we have with the client or the lead. So this is again a linked field from the contact table. So here we have a collaborator field type. So whomever is in touch with that particular lead or contact, they can be added here. And with the follow-up date, they can make sure they do a timely follow-up and ensure the lead is not lost. And if you see, we also have a leads table. This is just an example for you to just see. So we also have all the lead information. We can have the lead information in the contact table itself. But I have tried to create a Kanban view for you using this lead table. So if you see here, whatever stages that you follow in your real estate firm, for example, not contacted or email sent, in negotiation or under contract or deal closed. So all of this can be included as stages here, and you can create a Kanban view. And this can give a quick overview of where everything is standing. And based on that, you can take relevant action. For example, if someone has to take care of leads who are in the negotiation stage, you can just come to this view and this can be done. So I think I've covered pretty much almost all of the major things. I would like to touch upon few fine details also. So we just saw how to filter records. Similarly, you can also sort records based on ascending or descending order. Um, you can also choose to change the record height. We are currently using medium size. You can also choose to have small or large based on your requirement. And you can also apply color to records based on conditions. For example, if I need to apply colors to records uh, that are the properties that are sold, so I can just add a condition based on the status. If you see the records that are the properties that are sold are alone marked in purple. So this way you can differentiate the stages by using the color conditioning option. So we saw the 5 different view types that Zoho Tables offers. We can also create personalized views by using this filter and sort option. For example, if I go to this interaction table, uh, there are only two collaborators in this base. For if your team has more people, like 5 or 10 people, you are going to assign all of them to the contacts or leads. So what you can do is you can create specific views for each of them so that they can just that view can be shared with them and they can just work on that. For example, I can duplicate this view and customize it for Lawrence. So all I have to do is apply a filter where POC Lawrence. So this view can be shared by using this share current view option with Lawrence so that he'll only have access to this view. So if you wish someone in your team to only check on a few of the information that is present in your entire base, then you can use this share current view option and achieve that. And while sharing the base or sharing a view, you will have the option to choose from the different set of access levels or permissions that Zoho Tables offers. We offer 5 different access levels. For example, the manager will have a on complete access on this base. And when it comes to a commenter, he or she can only view, modify, and act upon the comments that are present. So comments can be made by just expanding this record using this expand icon that is present in the row header. So, and using this add comment button. The add comment button that appears when you expand the record, you can use that and start a discussion straight away without leaving Zoho tables. Here you can even mention the collaborators and add attachments and format the message as well. So this is how record comments works. So whenever you make a comment, there will be a tiny indication in in the row header with which they will the collaborator can identify that there is a comment made and they can take relevant action. So this is with the record comment. We also have a base level log and record level log with which you can see who made what changes at what time. So with which you can keep a track of what are the changes made to the data and who made it. So Zoho tables is function and industry agnostic. It can be used across almost all functions and industries. So even if you are running a real estate firm, you would be handling other functions also, like you will be having a marketing team or a sales team. So you can definitely try tables for all of those. We have predefined templates like just like we saw. You can make use of those templates and build on top of it. You can also build one from scratch based on your requirements. So this is the website link from which you can access Zoho tables. I'm sure Maren would have posted the links in the chat. You can also use those links. And when it comes to Zoho One, if you are a Zoho One user, you can surely drop in an email at support@zohotables.com and we will enable the professional plan for you. So, and we are working on the integration with Zoho One. We will make Zoho tables available as part of the Zoho One dashboard soon. And before that, if you are a Zoho One, you can drop in an email at support@Zoho tables. We will enable the professional plan. So, so these are some of the testimonials from our early adopters. You can take a look at it.